It's Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we're going to be reviewing a Franziskaner Weissbier out of the Phillips Perfect Draft. But before we review it, we got to get it into the system. Let's show you how it's done. Like that. Take off the sealed plastic.
Ignore the washing out the back, guys.
Each new keg comes with its own little line. If we swing over, remove the drip tray, open the doors. Be careful as to not let that drop on the floor. Now with a firm.
Okay, so this piece has to go on top of the keg. Is that right?
Oh, the line's still in, so...
If you still got the old line in there, so we need to take that out.
Yes, there we go.
Like so.
That goes
and that one, recycling?
There, like that.
Yeah.
And then what you do, you feed the line down in a little bit.
So can you see it come out the other end? No, it's actually inside.
Yeah, there you go, you can see
Oh
it.
Yeah, there it is.
It's a little bit. It's not nothing.
So you need to keep the end of this piece clean, right?
Yeah. Well, no, because there's your pipe.
Yeah, you still need to keep that bit a little bit clean, wouldn't you?
Yeah, give it a give it a wash.
So
this then with a firm, put it over this timber, so we're not gonna. That goes over there. With a firm. Right. So then you lift. This is a little bit. See that little...
Oh yeah.
So you kind of like lift that up.
So that needs to
grab it
enter.
with your fingers and then maybe with your thumb.
Slide it in. There you go. Kind of just slots perfectly in place. You know when you've got it right because it just does it.
And then plug him in.
Plug the machine on. It's not going to be ready straight away, but we have pre-refrigerated it, so it'll be interesting to see. What's
interesting is that goes down quite quickly. They're saying it's 15 degrees, but that should...
saying it's empty. What's that all about? Oh, this one's been a bit jealous. There we go.
So we're already gone from 15 to 13 degrees.
So it won't be too long before I can use it.
Yeah, that'll come down. Will you watch it count down now?
Join us again then for another, well, a Franziskaner review, I guess.
Okay, so it's time for the pour. Very important you use a Weissbier glass for this. There we go. I'm going to pour it in a manner that you can see the pour. Look at this. It's 5% ABV. Ooh, a bit more. There we go. And there's a look at it. Okay, so here is our beer. Sat down at the bar, 3 degrees. The perfect draft chills it down to. Fantastic carbonation. This is, well, Mel reviewed it on her channel yesterday. She was kind enough to buy this keg. She said, oh, have a pint of the Franziskaner. I was like, no, I want to wait until I do my review. I don't want to spoil it. This is supposed to be fantastic. Franziskaner cold out of a draft machine, as you would have it in Germany. So we got a nice looking hazy amber coloured beer, good levels of carbonation, 1 to 2 finger white head. Let's get the aroma. 5% ABV. Amazing. Banana, clove, spice. You really get a sense of that wheat. I can't wait anymore. I had to dive into this. Cheers, everybody. Blimey, that's cold. Ooh. Wow, when you have a big chug like that, big mouthful. Oh, it's gonna give me brain freeze. Wow. Fabulous though, absolutely fabulous. Stone the Crows, Stone the Crows. What a terrific, terrific beer. I could drink this all day long. Banana, clove, spice, the wheat flavours come through. Oh my goodness. The drinkability on a Weissbier is incredible. I've heard some rumblings, and there's a few Weissbier breweries in Germany that, I mean, this new haze revolution that's been happening the last kind of 4 or 5 years, where you got all these New England IPAs out there. They're fantastic beers, don't get me wrong, but some of the Weissbier breweries are like hazy, yeah, amber straw coloured, yeah, nicely carbonated, yeah, fantastic mouthfeel, an oaty creamy mouthfeel, yeah. We've been doing that for hundreds and hundreds of years. It's why I love the style of beer. It's why I love the New England style of beer. For me, it's all about that terrific drinkability, that terrific mouthfeel. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth. It is literally, it is so cold to the touch, this glass of beer. My wife reviewed it yesterday at about 5 degrees. I've waited a whole day later. It's got right down to 3 degrees, and it is literally 3 degrees. This is what 3 degrees feels like. But I tell you, it's not often on the channel I review beer so cold. So cold. I think for me, preferably, I would like to have this just a little bit warmer. Maybe 6, 7 degrees. It's still cold enough to refresh you, but I think you pull in more flavour. You pull a little bit more of that wheaty flavour, a little bit more of that spiciness. Of course, the yeast coming through, that represents the kind of the banana and the clove flavours. That's not going to go away because it's a yeast forward beer. But in terms of the hops in the beer and in terms of the malt in the beer, you will have a little bit of a better understanding of the malts and the hops if it was slightly warmer. For me personally, it's terrific that it's on the system. I'm loving it. Very nearly freezing cold. It's a different experience. It's a nice experience, but as I mentioned, as a reviewer, as somebody who's reviewing the beer, a little bit warmer, you would most definitely get a little bit more flavour out of this beer. But it's nicely carbonated, it's beautifully done. It's a 6 litre keg. Can you see the... Oh, it's probably just out of view. I can probably grab it. It's a different... from a different brewery. Oh, you've seen the keg. You've seen me get it out of the fridge earlier on. So there's an empty keg there that I've got to send back. You get a little refund as well for each keg you send back. I think it's a few quid. So I'm going to save up a few of these kegs and then send them back. I got 3 Lowenbräus and a Franziskaner to send back. But anyway, back to that. If you want to learn how to send your kegs back, the best thing to do is to stick it into Google. Google search how to send back your perfect draft empty kegs. You get a discount off your next order from Beer Hawk. Right, rating for this Franziskaner at 3 degrees and off the perfect draft. It's starting to warm up a little bit now. It's a different beer from the bottle. It most definitely is a much different beer from the bottle. It's so refreshing, so lovely. I like that enough to give it a Stone That Grows 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!